beautiful human stars and ocean high readings. We're going to go ahead into another pick a card live streamed in. All right. So this one is going to be messages from your loved one. So to adjust this a little bit because it shows me afterwards where the screen is really focusing. All right. Yes, messages from your loved ones. So this is your loved ones who have passed. Okay, so sorry for your loss, but we have the joy of being able to use spiritual, vibes that we have as souls to connect with them. So I'm just looking for some things, some compliments, some encouragement, things they're proud of you that they have to say. Okay, so we have a red calcite, this beautiful rough, rusty colored red calcite as an option. We have this shard of labradorite, which does get the blues and the green flashes in it. All right, rough on one side and smooth on the other. We have selenite, a larger selenite, very beautiful. So choose one of those, and we're going to go ahead and get into your messages. We have one pile come through. I'm going to go ahead and just get the other piles here ready. All right. We're going to start with red calcite. For those who chose red calcite, what are some messages here from your loved one's past? They're proud of you. Some sweet tea. We have catastrophe ends. This is so funny. I can already tell they're going to come through with some humor. They said, like, the catastrophe has ended. So whatever was a hot mess in your life, they feel like you're getting it together. Self-consciousness reversed. That's good. So they feel like you are growing into yourself. You're not being so self-conscious, okay? Says gives orders, okay? You can call karma. They gave a lot of the channel cards, channel message cards. They say that, look, you can put the hot mess things away. You're getting it together when you are no longer self-conscious. You're giving orders. You're calling karma, okay? That means if someone does something, you're not afraid to say, hey, universe, get them. All right, leave me alone. I don't need to sit in this abusive situation. Universe, come deal with them, whether you light a candle, whether you say it in your meditation, whatever. It said, don't catch feelings. So they're proud of you. Connecticut always comes up as this pun with spirit saying that you can cut the cords. All right, so they're just proud of you for sure. They're saying you're over here cutting cords. You ain't catching feelings with people you shouldn't be. You can call karma when you need to. You can give orders for your life. You're not so self-conscious anymore, and the mess is ending. Okay, we got cream, and I'm just hearing Prince. So y'all, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all go listen to that by Prince. Okay. We have Anya and the Guardian reverse. So they say the more you're doing this, the less your guardian spirits have to do. Okay. They're also saying they're not strictly your loved ones who have passed right here. They're not strictly coming through as an official guide or guardian. It doesn't mean they're not with you, but it means that that's not their official capacity. That they're in that particular role. We have two of Pentacles reverse, and we have green. So they're feeling like you see green lights for yourself. You know which path to take. You know, even if you kind of sit there for a moment, you know what is yes and what is no for you. You know what is working and what is not. You're able to more consciously and agreeably with yourself, like choose how you want to use your time, what's right for your body, what's right for your life, and what it isn't. So the more and more and more that you agree with yourself and you support yourself in that, because your love and past definitely is. They're coming through very quick and they're leaving very quick. So they must have a lot that they do on the other side. So if you feel them there and then they're gone, look, it's nothing personal. It's just they got a lot to do. Maybe that's their style. Maybe they're like a fire sign or something when they were here. But they're kind of like, here, quick messages, boom, you're awesome, this is what I'd like to see you, woo, and then they're gone, okay? Um, but yeah, the more that you keep doing that and you realize that your option is the only option when you're building your life, the greater support that you have from them, and they just really love to see it, okay? They said the hot mess, the catastrophe has ended. Support your, every single one of those cards say support yourself. That's what they like to see. And you pick that red calcite, that makes sense, that fiery energy. All right, that's a quick message. There we go. It was kind of, yeah, so your loved one pass to your spirit crew can be a little bit different. Sometimes our loved one pass are in our main spirit crew guiding us, and sometimes they're off doing their own thing. But yes, let's see what your loved one's past have to say. What are they happy about? All right, we have the Eight of Hearts and the Three of Diamonds here. Now this card, I do keep using this deck because there's a card in here that's horrible. Okay, they put a white yamaya, which is beyond disrespectful. But when I asked for guidance, what should I do? They said keep using this card and point out how horrible that is every time. So this is Blue Angel Publishing, major publishing house out of Australia. This is what they do, and I'm supposed to call them out every time that this card actually comes up. It doesn't come out often. So stop whitewashing, skinning alive our deities. It's disrespectful. It's not cute. You don't need that to have space for yourself. So that could be something they're proud of you. Maybe you speak up for things like that. Maybe you're realizing, you know what, let me can my privilege, or let me reclaim the, my skin that others stole. But this is saying grandmother energy, yamaya, ocean energy. So I'm not even going to give that more screen time, but that came through. We have Aragorn. So yeah, and with Aragorn in this is the Lord of the Rings oracle, they did very much reclaim. Like he was like, man, I shouldn't rule, and then he was like, wait, it's time for me to reclaim my throne, my place, because I'm actually a good leader and I'm actually the person who can help with all this. So there's something here where like a ball has been dropped and they're proud of you for picking up that ball, or dropping what does need to be dropped. Okay, Five of Swords reverse. Yeah, not arguing about changes that need to happen that haven't happened yet. Okay, this is about leaving the wrong social circles who maybe were trying to excuse certain things. Yep, Ten of Cups reverse. So your loved one past is proud of you when you are saying, hey, I'm not going to stay in a situation that's BS. I want to be a better leader and a better person. So I'm going to leave the comfort zone. I know if I keep certain friend groups, they're going to let me get away with certain behaviors. But guess what? That's not healthy for me. They're saying it over and over again. It's like groups of people, groups of people. And even here, that there is this imagery because they're all like doing a picnic and they're wearing these olden day clothes. But guess what? That's really creepy because in American history, back in the day when people were doing picnics, it was because they were watching horror happen to people who look like me, right? So y'all, I'm not just trying to put things in their mouth, but they're definitely talking about you guys have grown and you're seeing kind of, it is a little kind of horror tinged reality. You're seeing where bigotries have lied. You're seeing where atrocities have happened, and you're deciding, you know what, I don't want to just be in a comfort zone and ignore this stuff, like just to be feeling myself or whatever. Where I can be a good leader, I want to do that in my own lane, and where I need to let things go, where I need to change, where others aren't changing, and they would allow me to stay a bad person. I don't want to be a bad person. I want to continue to grow, and if that means leaving this spiritual group or this family group or this friend group or this work group, like I'm going to do that. So I feel like this is something they're very, very proud of you for. Expression. See, this person's taking the veil off, right? Again, there's this like metamorphosis with butterflies. So I think some of you are in the midst of it. We have another one reverse here. So there's like all these social group and family group cards reverse. So I feel like this loved one past has been with you as you've had to make some really tough decisions. Maybe you've had to stand up against abuse and family dynamics, against, bigotry in the workplace, or, things of that nature. And they're like, yes, you are on the right track. Keep doing it. That's how you be worthy of of having a platform, or, being, like I said, being this good leader. That's what good leaders do, right? They don't just give it all away for power, right? That's just what we've been taught. So there's something here where they're pushing you to continue to know when, hear her mouth is when to veil and when not to speak, and when to listen to other people and their experiences and stories, and when to utilize your voice here as his mouth is open, and when to express for your aspect of the prism, what your history is and what your story is and what's going on. So that can be hard for people to balance, but they're very proud of you because you're continuing to learn, you're continuing to shed. I feel like they're saying you don't need to be afraid of maybe, oh no, maybe I should have stayed networking with these people, maybe I should have stayed friends with these people or whatever, if they were negative, and that's why you left. Now if you had made mistakes, because definitely, as we go through this growth process, you might have said, man, I realized in the past somebody, I stepped on their toes and they were trying to teach me, they were trying to put me onto this kind of stuff you're talking about, Himi, and I wasn't ready for it. If that's the case, I think they're saying you have to let this go and just move forward. There's nothing else to be done for it. Okay. Look, friendship. See, friendship moving forward. So know this information for your friendship moving forward. If in the past, excuse me, in the past you're like, yeah, I totally did. I totally gaslit someone who was trying to tell me about what their people went through. I wasn't respectful. and I felt so bad, and then now I changed and I'm growing, and I'm not making excuses for myself. I feel like they're proud of the growth. They don't want to sit too much stuck in the wounds, and kind of indulging in that guilt, because that becomes little self-serving. So they're happy how you move past that. They're happy when you let that go, and when you're saying, okay, let me just continue to learn, let me continue to move forward. Again, it's the best I can do every moment. Listen, learn, process, and just try to be a better friend, leader, and community member, and know when to let others lead in our community. So, yeah, this is something they're really, really happy for. They know it's not easy, because it's like losing, it feels like losing parts of yourself. And even though you know it's for the right reason, it still is hard when you have to stand up to family or to friends or to coworkers or, your peers. But they're very proud to see that you're growing into a more unique self, a more unique expression, that you're fine tuning, here with like the King of Swords kind of energy, um, your mindset on things. There's big Aquarius energy here as well. So I think you're feeling this collective transits, and they have that kind of energy of guiding you. I do feel like this loved one pass does come through a bit more as a guide. And we have Touch My Body by Mariah. So they like when you have your boundaries, okay, for your physical form, for sure. Because in the song, she's telling this person all these rules about, okay, we can have a little spicy time, but you better not have this camera, and you better not be talking about my reputation, and you better not do this. So they like when you put your firm boundaries with others, when you respect your body and other people's bodies. And this does let me know that your loved one past might come and touch you sometimes. So it's like, someone just touched my shoulder. Maybe during this reading, you're like, yes, give me a, that's someone just touched my hair. So they will, but this also says they will respect if you tell them, hey, don't do that. This also says if you feel like you have seen orbs or something on the camera, it could be them. Okay, so they are more physical, this loved one past, and they might just kind of pop up somewhere. Again, they're saying they will respect you, and if you tell them don't do that, they won't do it. But otherwise, okay, they be around. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. Some kind of quick picks here for your messages. They had a lot to say. They're up with the times. They're definitely up with the times. Okay. So if they passed a while ago, everything they wanted me to talk about is very, I mean, it's stuff that's been going on for a long time, but it's currently, woke culture, as they say, right? They're up with it. Group 3, if you chose Selenite, what are your messages from loved ones past here? Sweet tea, sweet tea. We have honesty reversed. Let's see what's going on with that product packaging. Okay. I want you at my services and memorials. So, this loved one passed. They would be happy to have you. So maybe, again, sorry for your loss. Maybe this person recently passed away and you haven't had a service for them yet. Thank you for coming. I don't know if you did a search and you're, just looking for messages as you're going through that process. Again, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad to be trusted here to pass along the messages. But they are saying they want you at the services and memorials. Now, memorials could mean maybe you can't make it to a funeral, but however, maybe you could do something in memorial of them, okay? Maybe something in the communities is gone, on your altar, something of that nature, okay? They're talking about now for some of you, you were there and you did something. You might have put something that we're gonna get really. We're gonna get down to the truth of what happens when someone passes. Some of you did the makeup, or you helped pick the clothes, or you helped pick the casket, or some kind of decor. Maybe you yes, baby magic, yeah. Maybe you put the blanket or some kind of jewelry. Okay, they're saying something about when they passed the send off. Maybe you help pick decorations or candle colors or something for the memorial. So for those who did that, they are thanking you. They felt like that was so sweet of you. They appreciate that. Maybe they couldn't have told you. Maybe it was something you thought, I don't know if they were like this, but yes, I feel like their energy, their spirit was there for you as you did those things. If you have yet to do those things, I feel like they're saying go with your gut, even if it's something that's slightly different than what they seem to have wanted. They're appreciative of it, and they do want you to, they're supporting you in those decisions, and they do want you to put your spin on things, okay? Very sweet messages. Oh wow. It said I ain't feeling it. So I open up a topic and spirits will kind of take the message where they want. Sometimes they say, hey, I got the mic and I know you want me to do this kind of messages, but I gotta talk to my people. So they are letting you know that they weren't feeling it. Okay, someone needs to know that. I feel like this group is more raw. The passing is very raw. They're saying they weren't feeling it and they're not feeling it now. I know you might say, well, sometimes spirits come through and they're still suffering. There's what happened to them or whatever. They're saying they ain't feeling it. Okay, they're okay. So whatever the passing went, if it was something that was you like that was really tragic, they're saying they're okay, all right? They're also repeating that here with this Nine of Pentacles reversed, their physical form. They weren't tuned into what was going on with their physical form. Sometimes spirits will leave before impact or before something happens. The spirit will just kind of leave the body, right? And not be aware as something is actually happening, okay? Yes, they're saying loss. So, you say sorry for your loss. They're referring to themselves as a loss before the actual pain of their passing would have hit, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, the eye of the needle. So yeah, they were gone. They were gone. They're all right. They're saying for some of you, they're proud if you didn't seek revenge on the situation. They're not wanting anyone to seek revenge. They're wanting the family to come together. They are saying they're with ancestors. If they had a child that have passed or young ones in the family, they are with them. Again, they keep saying it's not about they like the ceremony. Okay, they like the ceremony. And so for those who are able to put some fun colors around, if you're not able to actually view the body, if you are able to put some decorations up for them, they like to be celebrated. Okay, they really do. So if you celebrate their passing day or their birthday, oh my gosh, yes, they love that. But they keep showing over and over, it's not about my physical body. My physical body is laid to rest. It'll be doing the thing that bodies do as it's laid to rest, right? Um, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But I do want everybody to keep remembering me. Okay. Look, they said 3 o'clock. I do want my parties and my send offs. So when you guys do that, I'm happy about that. It makes me excited. Now this is very interesting because they're saying they're not going to communicate through birds, like birds and fairies. So let me see. Let me get a few more cards here. So how are you going to communicate? So maybe that's another ancestor that does that. Because they're kind of showing me like, no, that's someone else's thing. What's your thing? How are you going to communicate? Mm-hmm. The tree reverse. Yeah, they're saying for some of you, you've been seeing something about birds by a tree and like fairy energies. But they're saying, okay, they said they're gonna coins. All right, I apologize. Um, but yes, tiny dancer. Yeah, some of you really did. You're like, no, seriously, I thought I saw a fairy, and there was like the little bird. They're saying that that was other spirits with them. So they are saying when they come through quite often, oh, they're by a tree right here. Oh my goodness. And there's the bird. Yes, but there's others who come through. So there's the coin. Y'all, I'm about to fall out. And there's the coins on the wall. So they're saying when that happens, know that there's other ancestors with them, other loved ones passed with them. So when you're seeing that, they're like, well, actually, the bird and like the little sparkly orbs and fairies and stuff, that's from other ones, other spirits who are with me that love you. However, the coins are from me. Okay, that's when you'll see some coins. All right. So they're like apologizing here. They're learning how to work the physical world. They're learning how to give these messages and magics, okay? They're saying they're not alone. They're saying it over and over. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Okay, so it's a win. Okay, they could have been with family that people would be like, wow, you're happy to see them. Maybe it's family. They're saying that whatever rebelliousness they felt on this side, or whatever frustration or anger that they felt, that they were judging someone on the spirit side, they get it. So let's say if you're like, well, they didn't get along with their pop side of the family or their mom side of the family, they're saying when they're alive, they would never think that they would be chilling with these family members on the other side or ancestors. But now that they're over there, it makes sense, and they're all cool and everything's good. And again, they're showing me the trees, little fairy energies and lights and stuff. So that's their energy coming through. Whatever promise that they made to you, or whatever promise you made to them, they did hear it and they do honor it. We have eights here, 88. Okay, so you might have said, hey, can you help me with this, and I promise I'll take care of myself, or whatever it is. So they're looking right at you and they're saying, I heard the promise. Or if they promise you something, you say, hey, promise me You know, when you get up to the other side, you'll hug grandma or whatever it was. It's your guys' business. Whatever this personal moment is, they're saying they heard and honored the promise, okay? And they expect you to honor the promise as well if it's on that side, okay? Yeah, but I'm glad to see that whatever was kind of trapping them, holding them, caging them, it looks like they're getting out of that, okay? Yes. Yeah, yes is from the other side. So they're kind of showing me how they channel messages down to you here. All right, so that's what I see here. I know they took a different take on this reading, but I'm so glad they were able to come through. Also, for some of you, this could have been a sibling or one of your children. They don't want you to stop connecting with your other siblings or children or cousins because one has left the nest, is how they say it. Just think of it that way. That also lets me know that they can continue to grow in their journey on the other side. All right, like they said, we'll still be making agreements with you. We're still talking with you because, of course, they're always coming through with their other loved ones. So that is what I see for your pick a card, sweet tea, messages from loved ones past. I'm so grateful they came through. We're able to give us some messages here. Many blessings to y'all. I hope your lives continue to thrive and you feel all that love and support from them and from others here in the physical world. And I'll talk to you again soon on another one. Bye.